We got a new intro, a new theme song, and a new logo. Welcome everybody to my review of the season premiere episode of Friday Night Smackdown. To anyone that's new, welcome to the Wrestling with Eddie YouTube channel where we talk pro wrestling. We do Raw, Smackdown, PLE reviews, some prediction videos, and other fun stuff on the channel, so make sure to subscribe. Comment what you thought of this week's episode of Smackdown. Give the video a thumbs up. I need a haircut, but we're gonna still do the review right now, so let's talk about this week's episode of Friday Night Smackdown, which was the 25th anniversary season premiere, and I will say, little spoiler, what a great episode this week was. Let's break it down segment by segment. So as I said, we got a new intro video, we got a new theme song for the show, and a new logo. Super quick. Not a huge fan of the theme song, but that's just my personal taste. I'm not a huge fan of that style of music. I'm not big into hip hop or anything like that. The new intro video is pretty cool. I feel like we haven't had an intro video for SmackDown or Raw for a very long time. Every show has always started with them just showing wrestlers walking backstage, arriving to the show. So it's a nice change of pace to have an intro video again. I do like the new logo, but I'd love to know what you guys think. So tell me in the comments if you're enjoying the new logo or not. Now the show started off with Triple H coming out to a huge pop and a big surprise. I wasn't actually expecting him to be there. Welcome everybody to the Friday Night SmackDown season premiere. And then he introduced us to the first match, which was Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes in a cage. And the cage got its own very epic entrance. As the cage was coming down, there were flames all over the music, making it feel very, very epic, which was really cool. My wife, who's never seen a cage match before, was really enjoying the whole presentation of the cage match, and I also thought it was a really good way to make the cage feel really special. Then we obviously got the match, so let's talk about the match next. So the cage match between Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes was an awesome way to start the season premiere, in my opinion. This was a great match, one of the best Solo Sikoa matches we've had in a long time. Solo, obviously, in my opinion, has been on and off. Some matches he's really good, in other matches I feel like he's not putting in the work, but I really, really liked him in this match. I thought it was one of his best performances. Like I said, Cody hit a Cody cutter off the cage, and Solo sold it really well. Solo hit a suplex off the top of the cage to Cody, and it looked really brutal. And then there was another great spot where Cody Rhodes jumped off the top of the cage for a crossbody, and Solo caught him perfectly. Or I think it caught him perfectly. He was selling his neck a lot from that spot, so we were a bit worried that maybe he took a bad bump, because the ref and Cody, you can actually see them both check on Solo, but looks like everything was good. It took 2 crossroads at the end of the day for Cody to beat Solo, and I thought this was a really good match. After the match, surprise, surprise, the Bloodline came out to attack Cody Rhodes, and all of them beat him up in the cage until Roman Reigns came out of nowhere. Big pop, big surprise, and then he came out and absolutely destroyed everybody, and this was really good. And that set up the first backstage segment where Nick Aldis basically said that he spoke to Solo and Jacob Fatu, and they have a challenge for Bad Blood where they want Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And I was like, yes, please give me that match. But nice little twist, Cody came out and said, I'm not interested, I'm done with the Bloodline. And then we had another segment where Nick Aldis said that Roman Reigns said he was going to answer that challenge in the ring, and then we're going to talk about that because that was the final segment of the night. Then we had in my opinion, the weakest part of the night, which was Michin fighting Piper Niven. This was just a super short match. They clearly had no time, but they wanted to build and continue the story. Michin won very quickly. There's a couple weird spots where she was looking under the ring for a weapon, couldn't seem to find the weapon, and she kept checking non-stop, and it was very off. Then she ended up just taking a random candlestick, hit Chelsea Green with it, who was not the legal person of the match, which is why it was not a DQ. Got back in the ring, hit her finish on Piper Niven, and won the match. And then Chelsea Green hit an unprettier to her onto her garbage can, clearly setting up the future of this match. I just wish it was a bit longer. This is honestly the only thing I didn't love about the show, but it was very quick, and obviously they didn't have much time. We didn't even get the entrances. Like, Piper Niven was already in the ring, and then Michin was like halfway through her entrance as well before we came back from commercial. So very fast, and it clearly rushed here, but you'll understand because of everything else that was happening on the show. Then we had the tag team match between A-Town Down Under and Kevin Owens and a surprise tag team partner. And his partner was Ricky, a random guy who showed up, got a small little reaction there, and the crowd were actually chanting Ricky. This is obviously just a talent from the area, from Seattle, more than likely. Very hairy man, and yeah, he was basically Kevin's partner. Kevin said that his real partner couldn't make it to the show. He was running late due to traffic or whatever, so he got Ricky. And then right before the match started, one of the workers came out and basically told Kevin, your partner arrived. So Kevin grabbed the mic, looked at Ricky, he's like, I'm so sorry, hit a stunner on him. and then his real partner, Randy Orton, came out. And what a fun match this was. Kevin, Randy did excellent as always here. A-Town Down Under, great sellers. This was a really, really fun match, and I want to say, if you guys can go check out this match, it's a fun match. You could watch the whole thing. But the hot tag. So if you guys don't know, in wrestling, generally speaking, a hot tag is the way it works. You've got one of the baby faces, in this case it was Kevin Owens, who keeps getting beat up by the heels, and he's trying to build to go and tag him his partner, Randy Orton. And when Randy comes in, he gets to have the hot tag, which is the crowd gets finally excited. He's in the ring, and then he hits all the moves. Generally speaking, the way they do this every single time is the babyface, Kevin Owens, who's being beaten up, has to fight back and get away to get the tag in, so they counter. Kevin Owens did something that I used to do in the video games that I really like, and I haven't seen it done in a WWE ring ever before, where he just rolled out of the ring, ran around, and rolled back in and tagged in his partner, which I was like, that is so genius. I can't believe it took 25 years before we finally saw something. I don't think there's been another time that it's happened, and of course it's Kevin, because he's just the best. I feel like Chelsea Green, Kevin Owens are my favorite things every week on SmackDown. Awesome match. Definitely go check out that hot tag because it was a really fun way to get Kevin to cheat his way to the hot tag. Very good. Then we had a promo in the ring with the Queen and Women's Champion, Nia Jax. She was talking about how she's defeated everybody and Nick Aldis has a challenge for her at Bad Blood, and she doesn't know who her opponent's going to be. Bayley came out saying she wants a rematch. Then they had a little bit of a, chit chat and all that, a little shit talk. And then Tiffy came out, all of that stuff, the usual stuff you expect. And then Naomi came out, more fighting, talking, the usual stuff in the ring. Nothing crazy here. But it did end with a very exciting thing where next week we're going to get a tag team match. Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley and Naomi. Now, if Bayley or Naomi win the match, so whichever one gets the pin, they will face Nia Jax at Bad Blood in a one-on-one match. But if Nia Jax and Tiffy win, whoever gets pinned has to leave SmackDown forever. So very fun little twist. I kind of hope it's Naomi because we've already seen Nia Jax versus Bayley. So I'd love to see maybe Naomi get a shot in this one. But yeah, this was a really fun little segment. I still feel like Nia Jax isn't the best on the promo side. She's gotten way better than before at everything, so I still am really enjoying her, but she was a little bit weaker. She was able to cut down the whats, the crowd were chanting what, and she was able to shut it down, so that's excellent work. But I felt like Bayley, Tiffany, and Naomi did excellent in this promo, so another big thumbs up in my opinion. Then we had my match of the night, which was Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes V. This was a fun match, fast-paced from the get-go, lots of awesome spots. There was a spot on the barricade where they both did a moonsault together, and they both landed awful. If you've seen all 5 matches, this was a really special one because every finish of the other 4 matches were attempted again in this one and countered. Every big move that happened in the previous matches were countered. It was counter after counter. It was just a great way to not repeat everything that's happened before, but take everything that has happened before to add to the story of this match. Really, really enjoyed this one. I think this is my favorite of the 5. I'll have to rewatch all of them, but this is great. I'm really happy we got a clean winner. Andrade won this match, and we're getting Andrade versus LA Knight next week. Now, I feel like next week's match is going to end with shenanigans. I feel like they're building towards a triple threat, which I'm very excited for between Andrade, Carmelo, and LA Knight. But this was awesome. I'm so happy they did this. I don't want this often. I'm a big story guy, so I really want reasons for every match and every rivalry. But this was a nice change of pace within the universe of the WWE to just have 2 guys who just want to wrestle every week. So this was really fun for the last couple of months, I guess, at this point. So yes, really enjoyed the Andrade Carmelo rivalry, feud, whatever you want to call it. I'm so happy we got 5 matches out of it, but let's move on, right? Let's get all of them. A triple threat I'm okay with, but after that, split them apart. Let them each do their own thing. But yes, big thumbs up, match of the night in my opinion. Then we had a quick little backstage segment with Bianca and Jade talking about them being the tag team champions and they're willing to defend it against anyone on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And they came face to face with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Kind of little teasing there, the Miss Money in the Bank, the women's champion, and the tag team champion. Maybe we're going to have a little feud there, and I think that would be really cool. So very excited. I hope I've been talking about the tag team division needing more, and I think that Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton are going to be a good challenge for that. So very exciting. Hopefully they do build towards it. And then we got the final segment of the night, which was Roman Reigns addressing the Bloodline. And we finally heard from Roman Reigns, and he hasn't changed, is what he said. This is still his WWE. This is still his ring. He's still the tribal chief, and the crowd popped for him. This was a great way to do it. Cody Rhodes came out basically saying it was your WWE until WrestleMania, and basically teasing that it's him. They both dropped the mic. They were about to fight off, and then the Bloodline came out. They attacked him from behind. Cody and Roman Reigns got the upper hand, beat them up. Roman Reigns signs a contract, and then Cody Rhodes reaches his hand out. He gives him the contract, and he signed it. So it's official. For Bad Blood, we are getting Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Now, I'll be honest, personally, I kind of wish Cody was out of this. I feel like he's done a lot with the Bloodline. He doesn't need to be in it. But selfishly, I actually want to see Cody and Roman Reigns tag, and I really want to see Roman and Jacob in the ring in a one-on-one. I feel like I know this is going to be great. I kind of feel like Cody didn't need to be in it, but I'm happy he's in it because it's going to be excellent in my opinion. I can't see this be a bad match. We'll find out on Bad Blood. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and talk about how I was wrong on this episode. But man, great segment to end the show, and I think that's going to be a great main event. And that's my review of SmackDown season premiere. As you guys probably know, I've been very positive. I think this was one of the best SmackDowns we've had in a long time. This is an easy 9 out of 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 or a 9.5 and even higher if that Michin and Piper Niven match just had a little bit more time. That is honestly the only thing I didn't like from that. The Triple H coming out, the epic cage intro, the cage match itself, the Bloodline attacking Roman Reigns' return, the tag team match was great. Everything here was jam-packed. Like the 2 hours flew by and nothing really could be skipped. They really jam-packed this. They had a fun spot with the Ricky Randy stuff. I really like this. It's really one of the best SmackDowns I've seen since I started reviewing shows on this YouTube channel. But I'd love to know what you guys like. And maybe I'm being way more positive than you guys are. Tell me in the comments, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for my review of Monday Night Raw. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.